Howdy folks, it's Kenny Smith, Total Force Holdings. This week we're going to start a series on civil unrest. Now why are we going to discuss civil unrest? Well, if you take a look at what's going on, it's been happening in the last couple of years, right? It's liable to happen again. So we're going to take this week and we're going to talk about some things that come up with civil unrest and some things you can do to better protect yourself. First off, we need to understand what civil unrest is. There is a large number of people in an area that have a gripe. Maybe you think that gripe's legitimate, maybe you don't. Whether you agree or disagree with it is irrelevant. They see a problem, they think there's a problem, and they're wanting to raise hell over it. All right? Now, 90% of what's considered civil unrest is generally peaceful. And by this, I'm speaking historically and worldwide. However, what you have to understand the dangers and the risks presented. Number one, first and foremost, when human beings get in large groups, we tend to fall into groupthink and mob mentality, and it almost becomes effectively what we call monkey see, monkey do when I was a kid. That guy's doing it, I need to do it. All right, so what you have is a lot of people who are peacefully protesting, and a few start breaking stuff, unlawfully blocking traffic, stuff of that nature. And then others join in because they think they can. Now, reality is they can. All right, I didn't say they legally did, I said they can, meaning they are physically capable of it. So what you have here is it's a powder keg. You've got a bunch of people with a gripe, right? So they're already ill, and there's a lot of them. Basically what I'm saying is it does not take much to make that powder keg explode. It's just looking for a spark. So the danger of civil unrest is through the roof. Now we look at common weapons used during civil unrest. And the primarily are blunt force projectile weapons, throwing rocks, throwing cinder blocks, stuff of that nature. Blunt force direct impact weapons, sticks, like hand tools, stuff like that. Now you're starting to see a lot more chemical irritants and liquid type weapons. People throwing chemicals on people, pepper spray, gaseous irritants, I should say gaseous like CS being used primarily by law enforcement, things of that nature, okay? The final weapon, and probably the most dangerous weapon common in civil unrest, at least in the United States of America, is an incendiary device in the form of the Molotov cocktail. People will use these to set fires, and if you get set on fire, it's a pretty bad fucking day, okay? Getting brained over the head with something, getting hit with a big-ass rock, that's an easy way to turn your lights out. Getting sprayed with pepper spray, that's a bad day. That sucks. Satan's piss is no fun. Chemicals thrown on you, that could range from mildly irritating to fatal. But if you get set on fire, it's probably fatal. So civil unrest is a huge danger. My number one advice, stay away from it if you can. But we also understand that time chooses you. And sometimes it finds its way to you, leaving you no option but to stay there. Primary resource is Escape. Patreon link in the bio.